NASA dispatched investigators to South Jordan. 617. According to telemetry data recovered after the crash, the driver repeatedly did not touch fuel, including during the 80 seconds immediately preceding the crash, and only touched the brake pedal fractions of a second before the crash. The driver was cited by police for failure to keep proper lookout. 612. 618. The Tesla had slowed to 55 mph, 89 km/h, to match a vehicle ahead of it, and after that vehicle changed lanes, accelerated to 60 mph, 97 km/h, in the 3.5 seconds preceding the crash. 619. Tesla CEO Elon Musk criticized news coverage of the South Jordan crash, tweeting that a Tesla crash resulting in a broken ankle is front-page news and the 40,000 people who died in U.S. auto accidents alone in the past year get almost no coverage, additionally pointing out that an impact at that speed usually results in severe injury or death, but later conceding that Autopilot certainly needs to be better and we work to improve it every day. 617. In September 2018, the driver of the Tesla sued the manufacturer, alleging the safety features designed to ensure the vehicle would stop on its own in the event of an obstacle being present in the path, failed to engage as advertised. 620. According to the driver, the Tesla failed to provide an audible or visual warning before the crash. 619. Moscow, Russia. The 10th of August, 2019. On the night of the 10th of August, 2019, a Tesla Model 3 driving in the left-hand lane on the Moscow Ring Road in Moscow, Russia, crashed into a parked tow truck with a corner protruding into the lane and subsequently burst in half lanes. 621. According to the driver, the vehicle was traveling at the speed limit of 100 km/h, 62 mph, with autopilot activated. He also claimed his hands were on the wheel, but was not paying attention at the time of the crash. All occupants were able to exit the vehicle before it caught on fire. They were transported to the hospital. Injuries included a broken leg, driver, and bruises. His children. 622. 623. The force of the collision was enough to push the tow truck forward into the central dividing wall, as recorded by a surveillance camera. Passers-by also captured several videos of the fire and explosions after the accident. These videos also show the tow truck that the Tesla crashed into had been moved, suggesting the explosions of the Model 3 happened later. 624. 625. Xi'an, Taiwan. The 1st of June, 2020. Traffic cameras captured the moment when a Tesla Model 3 slammed into an overturned cargo truck in Taiwan on June 1, 2020. 626. The crash occurred at 6:40 a.m. National Standard Time on the southbound National Freeway 1 in Xi'an, Taiwan, at approximately the south 268.4 km marker. 627. The truck had been involved in a traffic accident at 6:35 a.m. and overturned with its roof facing oncoming traffic. The driver of the truck got out to warn other cars away. 628. The driver of the Tesla was uninjured and told emergency responders that the car was in autopilot mode. 626. Traveling at 110 km/h, 68 mph. 628. The driver told authorities that he saw the truck and thought the Tesla would brake automatically upon encountering an obstacle. When he realized it would not, he manually applied the brakes. 628. Although it was too late to avoid the crash, which is apparently indicated on the video by a puff of white smoke coming from the tires. 626. 629, Arlington Heights, Washington, USA, the 15th of May, 2021. A Tesla Model S crashed into a stopped Snohomish County, Washington, Sheriff's Patrol car at 6:40 p.m. PDT on May 15, 2021, shortly after the deputy parked it while responding to an earlier crash which had broken a utility pole near the intersection of SR 530 and 103rd Ave in Arlington Heights, Washington. The patrol car was parked to partially block the roadway and protect the collision scene, and the patrol car's overhead emergency lights were activated. 630. Neither the deputy nor the driver of the Tesla were injured. The driver of the Tesla assumed his car would slow and move over on its own because it was in autopilot mode. 631. Brea, California, USA, the 3rd of November, 2021. The driver of a Tesla Model Y reported a crash to the Tesla that occurred on the 3rd of November, 2021 while operating in FSD Beta. 632. The incident was described as a severe crash after the car by itself took control and forced itself into the incorrect lane during a left turn. 633. It is likely this is the first complaint filed with NSA that alleges FSD caused a crash. NSA requested further information from Tesla, but other details of the crash, such as the driver's identity and location of the crash, were not released. 634. Armadale, Victoria, Australia, the 22nd of March, 2022. On the 22nd of March, 2022 at approximately 6:30 a.m., the driver of a Tesla Model 3 struck a woman boarding a city-bound tram on Wattle Tree Road in Armadale, an inner suburb of Melbourne in the Australian state of Victoria. After being struck, the victim was dragged for approximately 15-20 m, 49-66 feet. She was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. 635. The driver of the Tesla fled the scene initially, then turned herself into police 2 hours later. 636. According to the official report, the driver stated her Tesla 3 was on autopilot when she struck the pedestrian. 637. The driver pleaded not guilty to 4 charges in April 2023, including dangerous driving causing serious injury, and was ordered to stand trial after the magistrate heard testimony from 5 witnesses. The tram operator testified he saw a woman rise from a seat at the tram stop and start walking toward the tram before she was struck. I hear thud, a whoosh, a car went past, sick. The chief safety officer of Eurotrams testified that once the tram has stopped, there are big flashing lights at the rear of the vehicle. We call them school lights, adding the tram could not have opened its doors before the crash. 638. Maumee, Ohio, USA, the 18th of November, 2022. On the 18th of November, 2022 at 8:21 a.m., a Tesla Model 3 collided with the rear end of a stationary Ohio State Highway Patrol cruiser in the left lane of eastbound US 24 near milepost 64, where it passes over Waterville-Monclova Road near Maumee, Ohio, a suburb of Toledo. The cruiser was parked with its emergency lights flashing to protect the vehicle involved in an earlier single-car accident at the scene. 639. The OSHP officer and the driver from the earlier accident were sitting in the cruiser. Both sustained minor injuries from the impact. 640. In December, NSA confirmed they were investigating the crash, which may have involved autopilot. 641. Telemetry data indicate that autopilot was active. 428. Report ID 13,781 4293 San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge, California, USA, the 24th of November, 2022. The driver of a 2021 Tesla Model S told the California Highway Patrol that while driving eastbound on full self-driving mode in the Yerba Buena Tunnel portion of the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge near Treasure Island at approximately noon on the 24th of November, 2022, 642. The vehicle cut across several lanes of traffic to the far left lane and abruptly slowed from 55 to 20 miles per hour, 89 to 32 kilometers per hour, causing a chain reaction collision involving 8 vehicles. 9 were treated for injuries, and 2 lanes of traffic were closed for 90 minutes. 643. Surveillance footage acquired by the Intercept corroborated the vehicle's sudden movements. 644, 645. NHTSA confirmed they would send a team to investigate the crash. 641. Telemetry data indicate that an automated driving system was in use at the time of the crash. 428. Report ID 13781 4338 Halifax County, North Carolina, USA. The 15th of March, 2023. On Wednesday, the 15th of March, 2023, in Halifax County, North Carolina, a 17-year-old high school student attending Thalawassaponi Tribal School was struck by a driver in a 2022 Tesla Model Y. The student had just exited a school bus and was crossing the road to his house when he was struck by the Tesla. The bus was stopped with flashing lights and its stop arm deployed. The North Carolina State Highway Patrol initially attributed the cause of injury to distracted driving. 646. The student's father rendered first aid after witnessing the collision, which left the teenager with a broken neck and internal bleeding. He was flown to Wake Med and placed on a ventilator. 647. It is unclear whether the car was in autopilot during the accident, but it is being investigated by the State Highway Patrol. NHTSA have dispatched a team to investigate. 648. Telemetry data indicate that an automated driving system was in use at the time of the crash. 428. Report ID 13781 5100. See also. Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. Self-driving car. Elon Musk's crash course.
Good. That was a very long one. The videos just to split. Let's delete. Good. The video is just to split, so I have to stop the video. I will read about the Tesla roadster cars. Not roadster, I cannot pronounce it. I will read about the Tesla cars. But now I like to stop the video.